Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noel and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have a lovely box that's been sent to me for review. It is of course Birdmoss, which has recently won again the best niche box on the channel because they are unlike any of the other boxes that I open here. It's just really whimsical but also very magical. There's a really awesome story element to it through the emails that accompany the box, but also the poetry and the letters that are inside every month. There's always a theme, and you really feel like you begin to understand and explore the world that is Birdmoss. But just look at the box, you guys. I mean, there's so much attention to detail and effort that goes into each of these. It says, walk your own desire line, leave the road when you must. So it's kind of an adventure as well. So the box is $45 per month. I do have a code, Noel will save you $10. I am so grateful to Shannon for sending this box to me for review for probably a little over a year now, if not more. But it is just so special, and I love getting to share it with all of you. I know that it is not everyone's cup of tea, but for those who love this sort of thing, it's a box that you'll kind of become addicted to. So there is the little poem that is on the interior. We have our dark green tissue, sometimes it's dark blue, and a nice seal. Well, let me go ahead and read the poem because it's been a while since I have. Gather pen, paper, matches. This is the start of it all, when finally dusk begins to fall and muffle the day's noises and needs. It starts with a tug, a beckoning scent, a rustle, the faint rattle of seeds. You didn't know that you were missing from a story pouring forward in another place. You break the seal and feel the skating brush of a wing. Love the skating brush of a wing, because you can imagine that, you can hear it, you can feel it. So let's break the seal. And inside we will see our sort of theme card. They almost look like tarot cards. So the theme for this month, this is actually the November box, I believe, is the library or language. And I love all of those owls. Owls are not just wisdom and teaching, but like they just seem like they know something, right? Like especially those white snowy owls. And not to mention they can turn their heads around on a swivel. Pueo, those are Amakua in Hawaiian culture for many people. Let me read the back for you. It says, managed by the owls, the library is a trove of diaries, letters, sheet music, illustrations, and reference books. Its cathedral-like reading rooms are lined with tall bookcases, their highest shelves reachable only by the swooping owls. The most dedicated scholars have claimed certain tables as their own, covering them with inky papers, empty teacups, and smudged spectacles. Sometimes the scholars lose track of time and work through the night, then end up dozing in their seats. Crossing the library's threshold, visitors may be struck by a sense of infinite mystery and possibility. Here, it is clear that language is Birdmoss's most abundant resource, that words can be summoned and rearranged over and over to tell all permutations of every story. She always has fantastic words. Just the vocabulary of the copy of this box are amazing. Like I personally also love the word permutations. I think I might have just said it in my last unboxing video. Be a good secret password. But that's not the secret password yet, but abundant resource, and just like the emphasis on language. Of course, as someone who studied poetry, I was an English major, I love all of this. Let's actually have library be our secret password for today. So when you come across a secret password in one of my videos, you want to enter it along with your contact information in the Google form that is linked for you in the description box below. You have to be 18 years or older, you have to be subscribed to my channel, and to get a mystery box, you do have to have a US mailing address. Canadians, you're absolutely welcome to enter, but right now I'm going to do PayPal gift cards just because the shipping and the customs process is so difficult, shipping to Canada, but maybe that will change again in the future and we'll go back to sending those mystery boxes to the Great North. It is not affiliated with YouTube or any of the boxes that I open here on the channel. It is just my way of saying thank you for watching my videos in their entirety, and I like to thank you by sharing some of the goodies that I get in these different boxes. So today's secret password is a library, because we love a library. I mean, we love a bookstore. These are all things that in our digital world, a lot of the times people are, especially young people, are like not familiar with the magic of a library. So inside there's always a letter. It's kind of on this like almost like parchment paper looking thing, and we're back to having our nice annotations. Sometimes there's like annotations and a whole extra letter on the back, but it kind of gives a story, explains the interpretations of the different items inside. And While this is a box that's occasionally has like bits and baubles that are not necessarily the most functional, useful items, often there are DIY projects or art supplies. There's often some beautiful accessories like jewelry. Sometimes there's some self-care, some potions. Sometimes there's some edible treats. So it is really a lifestyle box. It's just very niche, very themed. All right, so Dormant Words Awake. You dreamed the owl's library. Creatures who are overwhelmed by the sun take refuge in the dim corners of the library. There is that, is it bats that live in the library in Coimbra? Coimbra and in Portugal. Is it bats or is it owls? It might be bats. But there's definitely an amazing library that looks like, they definitely have animals that live there. I think it's bats in Coimbra. Coimbra. I'm not good at Portuguese, friends. All right, so this is usually our glimpse into the next box. So that would be the December box. I'm gonna pull out some of the items so that I have them. So this time around, it's a little bit, might be more manageable because I can see like there's 5 different things. Maybe we have some spells. Maybe we're gonna bring some things to life. Goodness, ooh. Oh, this is like something she did last year, which love, love, love. Okay, this is a very bright green though. Very bright green. We're gonna save this for the end though, because I'm gonna go in the order. So it says break time in the library. In the library, days are punctuated by cozy little rituals. You arrive just as the librarians and scholars begin their mid-morning break, pouring out tea and passing around dishes of sweets. They urge you to try a bite of cardamom-scented chocolate. And in the annotation, it says, it reminds you of the scent of the clove house. So she does like harken back sometimes to, you know, past boxes. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what all these things are. So we do have cardamom krumkake, which is Norwegian, I think. I think it's Norwegian. Is it Danish? Oh no. It's a, it's a cookie. I forget where it's from. I should know this. So it's warming, joyful, holiday tradition. It's 50% dark milk chocolate. Dark milk chocolate? How is there dark milk chocolate? Maybe it's 50-50. Let's see. I'm going to look it up just because I had a friend back in the day in my other life in Maui who used to always make krumkake. It is Norwegian. Okay, so my first instinct was right. Don't worry, I won't make that the secret password. I won't change my mind. But we get a little cookie. We get a little treat. We love that. Break time. Okay, next. Slips of paper. After everyone finishes their snacks, they begin to take their teacups back to their desks and carols. Ooh, that's another good word. A barn owl invites you to look at some of the library's rare collections, first leading you to a wash basin. Your human hands have oils that could harm the books. You're amused that the soap you are offered resembles tiny paper pages. So we got some from Flower Market. We got some paper soap. It's like olive, which, you know, like if you go to really, like, occasionally there'll be places that will allow you to view the books certain times of year. Sometimes there's like one day a year when you can see, and then some librarian with like perfect gloves will come out and slowly turn the pages. I mean, I think I saw like, maybe it was in like an Audubon page that they like revealed at like the Natural History Museum, like one day of the month, and they would like turn the page and you would get to see one page, or like, you know, like the Book of Kells. When you see those super old pages, it is so amazing. Or I think in Spain, we recently saw some like old books, and it's, or even in Boston, we recently saw like books that were like hundreds of years old. It's so cool. So take care of your things. Like nowadays, we're just like our greasy hands, we're like eating our snacks, we're on our phones because we can just like alcohol wipe it down. But these are really cool if you haven't seen this, these paper soaps, because they just dissolve. So you just take this soap in your hand and then obviously rub them hands together under the water, and they're like little green leaves of soap. Super cool, right? So yes, with dry hands, because you don't want to ruin all the sheets, place soap in your hand, add water and lather, rinse, dry, and enjoy. Love that. Good thing to keep in your purse. Leaves to mark your spot. As you roam the stacks, you notice that some volumes have leaves inserted between their pages, marking important chapters in the text. Thus inspired, you turn your hand to making your own leafy, woodsy bookmarks. You receive enough supplies from the forest floor to create 3 bookmarks of your own design. So like I said, there is an element of creativity in this box, and I do adore that. So in this little baggie, she included enough supplies from the forest floor that is Shannon's magical workshop. Let's see, I think there's something, is that just string, or is there a piece? I think there's more magic inside. Okay, I think I got all the magic out. So we got these 3 bookmark bases and just like a nice thick craft paper with the hole included. And then she also included some lovely brown ribbon, but of course you could use embroidery thread and make your own gorgeous silky tassels, but there is enough. I would probably iron this ribbon and you can loop that through and make a nice little ribbon. Let's see what else did she provide in terms. It says collaged bookmark kit. Create up to 3 unique bookmarks with the included materials. Start by placing fallen leaves, quote unquote, from your sticker roll onto the cardstock bookmark. Layer other stickers of your choice, noting the symbolism of each item you add. So these are the leaves. Look at how cool that like washi is. Oh, and it like actually has its cut out edges. So it's not like a full band. So that it really will look like collaged leaves, and you see how they like overlap. That is so pretty. I might use that on something else and not like a bookmark. I might put that in my new day planner, which you guys, it took 3 tries. It took me like kind of tossing or putting off to the side 2 false tries, and I still messed up. I still like the first thing I wrote in that 3rd planner, I still messed it up. I put it on the wrong day. But I came up with a plan. So far January's good. But then we got a bunch of ephemera. So she included like this fern. That doesn't look like a sticker. That looks like you would have to add glue to it. But these look like stickers because they do have like the shiny side of them. So we've got butterflies and mushrooms. And because they have that clear backing, you could definitely layer them and create a collage. Lots of mushrooms. Oh my goodness. She did provide a ton, like little itty bitty fern. You guys, that was like a third, maybe a third of the items. Let me see. Look at all these things that we found on the forest floor. More mushrooms, lots and lots. So we have to remember all of the symbolism of it. Tons of butterflies, tons of plants. So you could do like a butterfly one and a mushroom one and a plant one. Lots of these beautiful flowers. So they kind of have like a matte texture on the one side. And then I think the back side, the shiny side, is so that you can peel that off and paste that on. So really pretty. So cool. Love that. So she provided all of those things to make your own crafts, or you can make cards with them. Then we have woodland notes. It says you spend a little time exploring an expanse of drawers, all filled with files containing sketches, maps, and illustrations. All such good words. You're fascinated by a few images that remind you of your Birdmoss encounters. Seeing your interest, your guide offers you a few reproductions to keep or share with your friends. So she does have a little envelope with a note. And we got some cards. Oh, lovely, with envelopes. So it looks like we've got 3 envelopes. So I'm guessing we got 3 note cards. And this is like a Birdmoss artwork. So look at that tree. And then, of course, we have the little woodland creatures living there in the tree. How beautiful. You could absolutely frame these. This is from the Sacred Oak from Birdmoss. And then we have this one. Oh, this was one of my favorite images. This is the squirrels, of course. They look so happy in their homes. I think this is such a great idea to have a note card set of this. And then, you guys, we have the owls. Look at how wise that horned owl looks. Oh my gosh, I love that. He looks like a painting, or he looks like an embroidered owl. So like that's really cool. And then finally, sort of the hero item, what I was talking about, what she did last year as well, is this. It says, some books are in an unfamiliar script. Ooh, and then we have some spiders, which you guys, you know, I'm not like a huge fan of the little spideys, but there they are. We have our Book of Days. So the Birdmoss Book of Days for 2026. Very bright green, like I said. So there are the foxes. There's the date on the back. We have the deer. It's a little bright for me, I will say that, just because I'm so used to all the like darkness of Birdmoss. But look how beautiful the interior is. It says some holdings, oh look it, she just went all out on having this printed. Some holdings are on loan from the Museum of Recollections. The museum's curator has also sent over a book for you. The owls have displayed it on a lectern, as they do with big fancy books. As you approach it, you realize that it must be the second volume of a book you have previously encountered, because we got it the first time last year. The Book of Days will give the right reader glimpses of the future because it preserves insights into all that has come before. History, folklore, legends, and traditions. It has been quickened by candlelight to help you find inspiration. So it is basically a day planner, but like Birdmoss style. So we've got a poem to start us off in the beginning. We've got, you know, a traditional calendar view there with the owls. Love that. Then we've got, you know, like a week view, you can see. But there's poems in there. There's like, it tells you like special days, like not just New Year's Eve, but also mapping day, make hopeful plans for the coming year. There's like little like notes like on this, we've got the bird, we've got this like color images. Consider the masks you wear for others and find the courage to be your authentic self. Poems each week. Like just on January 14th, it says, you are a jewel, paint to share your precious hues with the wistful world. We've got a map in there in January. Let's see. We've got, oh dreamer, seek a pale coin. It will crack under your grip to release 5 eyeless birds. They'll carry your message in all directions, even across the dark water the boats avoid. So this is like a day planner that I would be like so nervous and so loath to ruin, because it does have a regular binding, which is beautiful, but like this is where I need the spiral binding because it doesn't like quite lay flat. So I would have to like really crack the binding, make it nice and flat. We've got notes for St. Patrick's. I just love that there's like story elements. It's almost like a devotional, so that you can be more mindful as you are planning and filling your days. And it just has beautiful little reminders like July 19th, salamanders signal a brewing thunderstorm. Like it's like getting your horoscope, but from the world of Birdmoss. And then, you know, no poem this week. We just have a really beautiful mushroom image in August. It's also, you guys, August 8th, which is my birthday, is International Cat Day. Is that not, that's so perfect. Provide the cat in your life with a seat of honor in a bright sunbeam today. I'm kind of like a cat. I am, I promise. Oh, this is so special. I was too afraid to write in mine last year, honestly. So this is so beautiful. It's so cool what she does every month. It is really an experience, again, unlike any other box. So if this looks like something that you would enjoy, like being able to be crafty, this sort of like has like kind of magical, but also like dark academia, but fantasy vibes every single month. Beautiful words, kind of has a healing element as well in terms of getting you to explore and appreciate the world around you and like the little things and the things that we don't think of as necessarily having emotions or voices. She gives voice to them, which I don't know. I just think it is so special. So Dormant Words Awake, an opportunity for you to reflect towards the end of the year and look towards the future. Thank you again to Shannon. By the way, there was a secret password in this video. If you missed it, I hope that you will go and check it out. And I just want to thank you all for being here. I know right now it's really busy with 2 videos a day, but for those of you who have taken the leap and become members, I will only give you shout outs if you do fill out that shout out preference form. So if you are a member and you're like, you haven't shouted me out and I haven't gotten my welcome letter and all that stuff, make sure that you go to those links and fill out those forms. If you're interested in becoming a member and supporting the channel in that way. There is more information for you. You can just click membership, but you could also, there's a link for you in the description box below. But thank you to Angie Klaus, Carissa, Arlene, Pamela, Brooke, Deb Chilton, Mary B, and Miss Heidi. I so appreciate you guys going on this journey with me, and I appreciate all of you, no matter what. If this is the first time you're seeing my channel, or you've seen it a million bajillion times, I love having you here, and I love seeing what this channel will be doing in 2026. Maybe I will put that into this book of days, and we'll let this be our path. All right, guys, I'll see you soon in my next unboxing.